All right, it is 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the September 8th Thornapple Township Board meeting to order. We all please rise and join me in the invocation. Lord, may the discussions we share and the decisions we make this evening reflect your leadership and your influence in our lives. Amen.
Amen.
You all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Diane, can you roll call?
Baker,
Here.
Bouchard,
Here.
Campbell,
Present.
Dimash.
Yep.
Stanton.
Here.
Rarig,
Yes.
Ordway.
All right. Number 4, I'd be happy to entertain a motion to approve the agenda as printed.
So moved.
Support. Motion with support to approve the agenda as printed. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we are on to number 5, approval of the consent agenda. I'd be happy to entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. And I'll make that motion. I'll support. Motion with support to approve the consent agenda as presented. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, Diane, can you roll call?
Stanton,
Yes.
Dimash.
Yep.
Bouchard,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Rarig,
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes. Okay, we are on to number 6, our first public comment. And I'd be happy to have anyone come up to the lectern, and only caveat is to limit your comments to 3 minutes or less.
So my name is Shelley Lake. I'm from Irving Township. Thanks for letting me speak real quick. I just wanted to let you know that there is a group passing around a petition for citizens only voting. And it does 3 things. You have got to be a U.S. citizen to vote. You've got to show ID, so it would get rid of the affidavit on the back of the application. And it would require Secretary of State to go through our entire QBF and compare it to other databases, DHSOs, and get citizenship proof of those who haven't given it in some other department. So we're trying to get it on the November ballot, and just want to let you know, and anyone who would like to sign it or take some with you. The other thing real quick, and I'll talk fast because 3 minutes, is ranked choice voting. There's a petition going around to get it on the November ballot. We're very much against it. It's where you rank your candidates, 1, 2, 3. If no one gets 50% plus 1, they cross off the bottom one, then they redistribute their votes. Then round 3, then round 4. The tabulators can't do it from what I'm understanding, and no one will tell me the truth that Secretary of State is that after round 1, everything will go to Secretary of State and they will do rounds 2 through 14 or whatever. So we are very much against it. And I do have just little flyers that give short explanations if you're interested. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome.
All right, we, anybody else for public comment? All right, hearing none, we've got a county commissioner duet.
I hope we don't have to sing it. But John's gonna lead us off.
At the board meeting, we adjusted the schedule. In the last quarter of this year, we're gonna go to 2 meetings a month instead of 4. We're gonna do away with the cow. If it's needed for a special meeting, we will still have them, but that's on a temporary basis for the 4th quarter. We approved a community development block grant for program income for the year 23 and 24. And then we adopted a resolution authorizing entry of the state subdivision agreement concerning allocation of the opioid settlement. What a mouthful, but it's money coming our way. We approved a $10,000 grant for the animal shelter from 270 Incorporated for trap, neuter, and release. And we okayed $6,000 to repair the Podunk Lake Dam. And then we are talking about setting up a special assessment for that.
So we've gone through the first draft of our budget. We heard an appeals as part of the process for departments to be able to appeal their recommended budget allocation. So we heard those. Well, it was only one last week, and so we're on track to approve budget on time. In light of what's happening at the state, we just want to, congratulate ourselves on being at least on track to approve it on time. I've been talking about the Berry Eaton District Health Department cuts and the funding shortages that we've had. You'll remember that Colette Scrimsher, our health officer, took an early retirement, and that was one of the strategies amongst eliminating 13 positions, but it's one of the strategies to balance our health department budget. We did do interviews a couple of weeks ago. We offered the position to Rebecca Condon, who lives here, sends her kids to TK schools. And she's the current operations manager. And so she'll be our new health officer starting October 1st. We expect there to be more effects of the budget issues with the health department, and one was due to some federal cuts, but Eaton County reduced their allocation to the health department by 50%. And so as a shared district health department, we want to address concerns about, we don't want to subsidize Eaton County's reduction, but we also want to ensure that our residents receive the services that they need. And so one of the main ways that you'll see it here at the township is through environmental health, people getting well and septic evaluations. Those may take longer. The fees will be going up by 20%. I think it's October 1st. It might be January 1st. Don't quote me on that, but they are set to go up by 20%. But we're going to do a fee study similar to what we did here several years ago, because our fees weren't quite in line with what it costs to provide the services. So we're going to go through that process at the health department to ensure that church getting a facility license isn't subsidizing a McDonald's, getting that those things would be fair and equitable, and people are paying for what they're getting. How that will affect our budget is that potentially that can raise revenue, which could help offset some of these expenses. But know that we, as Berry County commissioners, and as your commissioners, we have 3 commissioners on the Board of Health, myself, Bruce Campbell, and Bob Tunison. We're very aware of trying to continue to support Berry County residents, but not send our money to Eaton County. So we'll be working through that. I know we're committed to it as all 8 commissioners, but especially your 3 that are serving on the Board of Health. Any questions? Right.
Would we ever be in a position to split from Eaton County, or is that just not feasible?
So we are looking at all possibilities, right? So I'm not sure that we're not sure what the process would cost at this point to do that. And could we provide better services or not, or how much more that would cost us to provide the services that we have now? But we are looking at any and all options.
I just know that we've got some great people at the health department in Berry County that I just thoroughly enjoy working with.
Well, you know, the way they work is they work in both counties. So, you know, while you may see them, you know, we have some great employees at the district health department. And so I'm hopeful that we can continue to keep them employed, but you can imagine right now, with the uncertainty that our employees are, you know, might be looking, you know. It's hard, so we're trying to support them in the best way that we can, provide stability and most of all, service to all of our constituents.
All right, thank you, commissioners. We have nobody in reserve time. I actually got an email from Berry County Chamber and Economic Development. I think they asked if they could be in reserve time, and I'm like, it's kind of late. It was like at 5:30 that I received the email, so I'm gonna put them in reserve time for next month. So nobody's in reserve. Chief, you're up.
So this month we had 309 calls for service. 25 of those were for paid on call responses. Our average ticked up a little bit better this month. We're at 6 members per run, which is down from about a year ago, but we've lost a couple of people. And then we averaged 7.5 people per motor vehicle accident, and we had 3 medical assists that we had 10 people come out for. And then we had 2 mutual aid structure fires in the same night. We had just gotten everything cleaned up and we were ready to leave, and we got toned out for another one. So back-to-back structure fires this month. We're out the door currently this last month in 1 minute and 9 seconds. In Thornapple Township, our average response time this month was 7 minutes and 50 seconds. And we like anything under 8 minutes and 30 seconds for fires and EMS calls is where we get our best outcomes. Outside of our response area, outside Thornapple, I should say, in our regular response area, our average response time was 11 minutes. I've gotten feedback from the HVAC people that I call a couple of the chiefs, and the one contractor that we want to have come in and do reserve time, I mean, next month. We might have to do. I've gotten very good feedback. One of the communities used him for a brand new build. They're so pleased with him. They brought him back in for a remodel of one of their stations. Their engineers like him. Everyone said the systems are working appropriately, and there's no complaints from the staff. So it sounds like they know what they're doing and probably can move forward. I was going to have another meeting with the Buildings and Grounds, Buildings and Grounds Committee, to finalize any other information we want to get before the moving forward with reserve time. Some community events that are coming up. September 13th is our turkey dinner. On September 14th is my anniversary for 29 years, and Jamie said the 13th does not count.
Is the whole community invited, or?
I know. I said, look how many people are going to be there celebrating. And she's like, that doesn't count. So I guess I go out for 2 nights that week. There might be a touch of truck. I don't know if that is happening or not, but last I heard that we possibly might be having a touch of truck portion. That
Sounds like a good concept.
It did. So not sure if that's going to come to fruition or not. Next month is Page Elementary's Career Day. So we'll be doing that for 5th graders. We have an EMT and MFR class starting October 20th. Our last class, first round of national registry testing, we had just around 90% pass rate for the first time. We haven't gotten any statistics yet on 2nd and 3rd attempts though. November, we're going to be doing a first aid and a stop the bleed class right before hunting season starts. And then in December, and that's November 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then December, we're gonna do a CPR class, that has not been assigned a date or time yet. That's about it.
Okay. All right, thank you, chief. We're on to number 10, unfinished business, which we have done. So on to number 11, for new business, acceptance of Cindy Ordway's resignation. I did not have it in time to include it in the packet, but at each person's station, there was a copy of her letter of resignation, and that will be effective at the conclusion of this meeting when we are adjourned. So I'd be happy to entertain a motion to approve the acceptance of Cindy Ordway's resignation at the conclusion of this meeting.
So moved.
Support. Motion with support to accept Cindy Ordway's resignation, effective at the end of this meeting. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none. Should we do, let's do a roll call.
Probably should.
Rary,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dimaj,
Yes.
Stanton,
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes. Okay, we're on to new business B, which is the appointment of Kathy Maidenblick to the position of Township Clerk. And I struggled with your name for like the whole week. I'm like, so I'm glad you cleared that up. It's Maidenblick is how it's pronounced. And the recommendation would be a motion to approve the appointment of Kathy Maidenblick to the office of Thornapple Township Clerk, effective at the adjournment of this meeting.
I would like to make that motion.
And I'll support. Motion with support to approve the appointment of Kathy Maidenblick to the office of Thornapple Township Clerk, effective at the adjournment of this meeting. Wow, that was a lot. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns?
You'll be swearing her in at the end?
I don't have the oath, but I will, if not at the end of this meeting, first thing in the morning. I don't know. I gotta get I think the oath is the same.
I'm sure it is.
Just take out where it says firefighter and.
You want to make her a firefighter.
Never know.
All right, well, I guess we'll work on that.
She puts out different kinds of.
Okay, are there any further questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none. Diane, can you roll call?
Bouchard,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Rary,
Yes.
Schaefer,
Yes.
Stanton,
Yes.
Dimaj.
Yes.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we have another agenda request regarding Kathy Maidenblick, and that is to, where'd it go? That is to reimburse her for the time that she has spent taking training for the township. She was still employed at her previous employer and took a couple days off to learn some election stuff in Lansing. So truly appreciate you doing that, and we'd like to compensate you at a rate consistent with what our current clerk was making. So I'd like to entertain a motion to approve a one-time training stipend for Kathy Maidenblick of $480.
I'll make that motion. I'll support.
Motion with support to approve a one-time training stipend for Kathy Maidenblick in the amount of $480. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none. Diane, can you roll call again?
Dimaj.
Yep.
Rary,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Schaefer,
Yes.
Stanton,
Yeah.
Bouchard.
Yes.
All right, new business D, and that chief, take it away.
So we are currently at the end of a life for our fit tester, which is a Part 74 OSHA requirement to fit test everybody for their SCOT mask. And because we do EMS calls, we have to also fit test them for N95 masks. And currently, if we trade in our current fit tester, they'll give us $4,000 for it, or we can send it in and have them do $2,000 worth of maintenance on it, have it then be recertified for one more year, and then it won't be able to be recertified again. I spoke with Caledonia's fire chief. We've been sharing costs on that ever since I've been here. It sounds like even before I was here. And he was interested on this purchase. And Hastings Fire Chief had already asked me about getting in that, just when we did. So this request is for 1/3 of the purchase of a fit tester. It would be Thornapple's fit tester, but we'd be sharing it with those two departments. Hastings said that they would like us to actually physically do the fit testing for them, where Caledonia said that they'd do their own fit testing. So we'd have a little bit of exposure having to do their fit testing. Patrick Jansen does it for them, so
Okay,
not a problem. He's on both departments. So that's what it's for.
all right, so I'd be happy to entertain a motion to approve joint purchasing of a new port account fit tester not to exceed $6,000. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion with support to approve the joint purchasing of a new port account fit tester not to exceed 6,000. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns?
I do have a question. I don't think we've got this worded right. If we're gonna pay 17,000 for it, I think we need
It was a not to exceed,
6,000,
correct?
but we're gonna be paying 17 and then get reimbursed. So we should approve paying the full amount with the reimbursement coming from the other two. But this is only approving us to pay this invoice for $6,000.
That makes sense.
So it needs to be for the full amount and then with our intention of billing.
Just make my motion so complicated. Did I make the motion? If I did, I'll
Yes, you
withdraw it.
did, and I second.
So let's withdraw our motion on our second and revise that motion to read. Motion to exceed joint purchasing of a new portafit tester not to exceed 18,000 to be reimbursed 12,000. Approximately 12,000 by the other two departments. Is that okay?
Yes.
And I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, motion with the second. I'm not gonna reread that because it's too much. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none. Diane, can you roll call?
Yes. Schaefer,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Image,
Yes.
Rarig,
Yes.
Stanton.
Yes.
Okay, chief, you're up again.
I brought this up during budget, when we did budget talks. We currently have a UTV that is not road legal. And we struggle getting it onto the trailer that we have, with one person and loading the trailer onto the brush truck to get it to places. And by the time that takes place, the emergency is sometimes over with. So for the speed of getting the UTV to its places, and since it can go like 55, 60 miles an hour on the roads, we talked about getting it upgraded so we can drive it on the road and sell the trailer that we have that doesn't ever get used other than to sit on or put stuff on that we need to throw away. So the trailer value is approximately the same as the upgrade is going to be. So it's going to be kind of a wash, but it's going to give us a lot more room in the bay and it'll allow us to have quicker responses with the UTV.
So we'll have a license plate and
It'll have a horn, windshield wiper.
so we can actually drive it in the village.
We can drive it in the
Check
village.
it.
Not that we
Alright.
haven't already done it a couple of times.
Hey, Be happy to entertain a motion to approve upgrading the UTV to road legal status not to exceed $7,000.
I'll make the motion.
Now, support. Motion with support to approve upgrading the UTV for road legal status not to exceed $7,000. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns?
One little comment. May not be wise to sell that trailer. Like, how are we gonna get it to the facility that's gonna do the upgrade?
Well, we're not gonna sell it prior to it being upgraded. And Nate Otto,
Whatever needs service or whatever.
Nate Otto's got a trailer that we can use.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I'm sure there's someone else we know that's probably got a trailer
Okay.
Or two.
over on Cherry Valley.
Yeah.
All right, are there any further questions, comments, or concerns?
And like lawnmowers and things like that, a lot of guys that service those, they pick up and drop off. Pretty common.
Yeah.
Other question, I see this is D3 Customs. I happen to know the owner of that company. Did you get any quotes from anybody else? I've seen this guy's facility and they do awesome work.
Yeah,
So
so
I have
we
no
looked
question
around,
about the work they'll do.
we looked around and trying to find a company, like even calling, cause it's a Can-Am, we called Can-Am, like, can we have Can-Am do this? They're like, yeah, we don't do that.
Okay.
Like, they're like, call D3 Customs, that they're who we recommend to do it. So, and we called around to a bunch of other places that we thought might do it, and it seems
Fox
like,
Motorsports, just as an example, I don't know if they do that stuff. They
I don't know who
do.
Patrick, I don't know who Patrick called, but he called around quite a few places, and it seemed like they all just pointed us at
Yeah.
D3 Customs to have it done.
He does awesome.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
I could see if Ross did it, have suicide doors and.
Aren't they stopped?
Yeah.
I'm sure you would make it stop. Are there any further questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none. Diane, can you roll call?
Yes. Bouchard,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Imaj.
Yep.
Rarig.
Yes.
Schaefer,
Yes.
Stanton.
Yes.
All right, final bit of new business. That's an agenda request to allow the Berry County Road Commission to perform necessary maintenance to Robertson Road from Crane to Garbo. And many years ago, I'll give you some background. That stretch of road was designated a natural beauty road, which means that the road commission could not do any maintenance to it. I got a letter from the road commission asking to have us approve that, or we could have a public hearing if we deem it necessary. But it was done years ago, and it is becoming more and more unsafe. The road is becoming more and more narrow. So the road commission is just asking for our approval to go ahead and make it safe and truly passable as it was intended. So I'd be happy to entertain a motion to allow the Berry County Road Commission to perform necessary maintenance to Robertson Road from Crane to Garbo.
So
Support.
Motion with support to allow the Berry County Road Commission to perform necessary maintenance to Robertson Road from Crane to Garbo. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns?
Yeah, did they contact Irving? That is the split.
They
between the
are
townships.
working on it too. I talked to Dan Lighty, and he actually called me months ago. He says, "Eric, what is it? Natural beauty road?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't have it." It turns out, I do. It's the stretch that I share with him. So
They have really ripped through there recently, though, and cut. They've made a mess of it.
I assume.
well, on our side, not
On
Irving's
your
side,
side,
but
yeah.
on our side, most of it is state dam area anyway. So
It's bad.
Sandy, oh, go ahead.
Did you look into it and figure out who is to enforce that? Who gave it that designation? Do they have?
I think it was a group of the residents on the road back years and years ago, decided to have that declared a natural beauty road.
And to whom? Who makes that declaration?
State of Michigan, I would
No,
think.
The road commission.
Is it the road commission?
We're doing that in Irving, I'm sorry.
Oh, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. the stretch from Robertson from Crane to Garbo.
Wait, am I allowed to?
I'm gonna let you.
So in Irving Township, we have a road called Ingle Road. That is also a natural beauty road. I think it was 1994. So we've had residents. I lived there. Very dangerous. You get to the top of like Thompson Hill and the bus runs you off the road, not their fault. So our residents came to the meeting, wanted the designation removed. The way that it works is we had them go out and still get the petitions from residents. They didn't have to. It's not necessary. They just need to call the road commission, put in a request that we would like a hearing to have the designation removed. The road commission then puts, I think, 3 weeks in a row, ad in the paper. They put a sign on the road. There's going to be a public hearing. It's held in your own township by the road commission. And that's when they decide yes or no to remove the designation. They want them all removed. The road commission hates them. And so ours is going to be removed.
If you look at the state of Michigan, there's just the tiny little spots all over the map of Michigan where this was done. And I don't know if it was like a 90s thing or what, but anyway, motion on the floor is to allow them to perform the necessary maintenance to make on Robertson Road from Crane to Garbo.
That perpetual,
No, if in 10 years they come back and want to do the same thing, we'll have to do the same exercise, but it's not. Or, maybe between now and then I can look into getting it removed, but I would like to get them out there to do the maintenance as soon as possible.
there's something we can do to this language to make it perpetual?
I don't think that it's a decision that we can just unilaterally make. I think it's got to go through a process. So
How come we can make the decision now then?
You can't really, it just, it basically says in here, if we don't hear from you, we're gonna start,
Right.
we're gonna start cutting stuff
if you
down.
look at this that I included in the packet, it tells that we as a board can allow them to do it.
Yeah.
Or we can have a hearing to allow them to do it, but
I'm thinking, Ross, that we go ahead with what we're thinking right here, right now,
Yeah.
one-time thing. And then we go to what,
I'll find out
Do
what,
an Irving to-
find out what Irving and Dan like.
find out what it
Would
is.
you like me to
repeal
forward the MCL, the
natural
public
beauty
act to
thing.
you and how to?
I think I've got it right here.
On a later basis.
Yeah, the MCL is pretty strict on it, but you guys can ask the road commission to remove it and start that ball rolling.
Okay.
Sandy, you said some work has already been done there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a developer or what, but they've just stripped out a number of trees, throughout
Really?
here on our side, the Thornapple side.
Huh.
In Gibson Valley,
I'm sorry.
in Gibson Valley.
There's only like one house on that stretch of road that's ours. The rest is all state game area, but
Could be state game area, but I thought that was on the other side. Is it state game on the other side, Shelley?
Yes.
You got
Sorry,
a
I
lot
don't
of,
know, I don't know your area.
there's a lot of farm and there's a
Oh, I
lot
mean,
more houses than our
I'll drive
ones.
through there. It's a beautiful road, but they made a mess of it. Whoever, I'm guessing developer. Quite a section.
You would think they wouldn't have power to restrict the property owner from taking trees out of their, their frontage.
Well, from what Jake said, it's difficult to navigate it with snow plows and when they grade the road, they're restricted on how far they can go over, so.
Dangerous.
Well, I'm talking what Sandy is saying though, that somebody's doing it, it could very well be the property owner. And I don't believe they would have restrictions on the property owner.
I wouldn't think either, yeah.
They do. We couldn't cut a tree down that was near the road because of the natural beauty.
Yeah.
We'll
They
work
gotta
on,
live on that road.
we'll work on getting that.
They can drive through there. It's-
Right now, the motion is to allow the Berry County Road Commission to perform necessary maintenance to Robertson Road from Crane to Garbo.
Vote.
Okay, is there any further questions? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right. I will let Jake know that Well, actually, I think I've got to send him meeting minutes of this, so. All right, we're to number 12, committee reports. Administration, not much there. Conclusion of this meeting, welcome Kathy. Cemetery. I know that Brenda has been working on some things in the cemetery, trying to get records straightened out.
Yep, procedure step by step.
Yep. So that is going on at the cemetery. Middleville DDA, get ready for a fantastic Heritage Day this coming Saturday. There's gonna be a dunk tank. We might even be able to get a fire chief to go in it.
How about the supervisor?
The supervisor of Irving, I will try to get.
Quick on his feet.
New clerk
No
thing.
clerk, yeah.
It's gonna be a great band playing from 12 to 3, the NXT band. When I hear they're really good. Rotary Club's gonna be serving some fantastic refreshments. It was our intention to have like a little beer garden, but didn't get all my information in time, so that's not gonna happen. There's gonna be food trucks, a car show up and down Main Street here. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Turkey dinner, potential touch a truck if I get something figured out.
Maybe.
So, this weekend's the big one. I think we're gonna have a Christmas on the River meeting here pretty quick. So that's all going on. Elections, gonna have a new clerk at the conclusion of this meeting. And I think that it's gonna be a lot of learning and a lot of training, and thankfully there's a lot to be had. And I know that our county clerk has said many times she'd be willing to help you in any way she can. We've got potential of Caledonia's deputy clerk, is that what?
I think that's what her title is.
Stephanie Skidmore used to work for us, and she is, does a lot with Caledonia's elections. I think she'd be more than willing to come in and help, so
She said she would.
I think there's some good support there. Hopefully this all goes good. Finance.
No,
Yeah,
nothing to do.
no.
Okay.
Paid the bills.
Parks and Rec. We've got a, what's that?
Emergency services.
Oh, emergency services, Ross. I skipped right over you. It was a good reason I skipped, huh?
Yeah, good
Okay.
thing. Yeah, you did good.
Parks and Rec. I think we've got a joint meeting with the village, school and township coming up.
One person.
Yep. Next week we've got, and this is not related to Parks and Rec, but next week we've got another joint meeting with the village of Middleville. And then we're gonna host that one at the emergency services building. I think is where, I'm pretty sure I asked for it. I don't know. Check.
If you ask, it's in the calendar.
It's good.
Can we get the dates on those again, please? I don't have them on my calendar, so
I will send out the dates tomorrow. I know that
that's fine.
It's on the wrong Tuesday.
I'll resend out the meeting.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kurt, it's Tuesday, the 16th at 6 PM,
That's the joint.
the meeting with the village.
I got it at 7.
Can I have it at 6?
I like 6 better.
You have 6.
To get there at 7, that'll be the after party.
The after party.
And they're reserved for 6 AM. That's not a
You
problem.
got what? 6
I
AM?
have it on the calendar for 6 AM.
Whatever
Is that-
works. Somebody's got to bring donuts.
All right, I'll change it to 6 PM.
Okay.
Oh, crud, because I got another one at 6 PM. I was gonna scamper between one to the other.
We will do it virtually for you. And then we'll have you take the owl with you.
Could relocate it to Hastings Airport.
Oh, I don't know. I guess get there whenever you can.
On the 17th, from 6 to 8, there's a joint TAPRC meeting.
All right, so they are coming up quick.
I'm not sure where that's located.
I think that's at the, emergency services trains too,
Which day is that?
the 17th.
From 6 to 8. Catherine's gone. She skipped out on us.
Don't have it on the calendar, but I can add it.
Is there anything on the calendar?
First race standby.
We can do it out fairgrounds.
Good. Watch horse races. I be early.
All right, so I will verify those and send it out again.
When we're ahead, I just noticed here is Berry County's Household Waste Collection Day,
Is that the
the
20th?
20th. Be nice to have that on the record and distributed.
On our Facebook. You shared it. That's the thing.
This is sick.
Okay, personnel and compensation. Don't have anything new there. Property and public utilities, Dave,
Nothing more than Bill already brought up.
okay. All right, roads and highways,
I don't have anything new.
okay. Duncan Lake Sewer. Not aware of anything there. I did order at one of our meetings, maybe it was April of last year, I talked about replacing, I think 5 control boxes a year. I did place an order for 5 of those new control boxes for this year to be replaced, so. Okay. I did place the order for that along with, there's a pretty substantial savings as opposed to ordering 12 pumps and then getting 20. That was a substantial savings to get 20, so we might sit on a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
I think in the long run, it's a better deal.
Eric, Catherine just came.
What did I do? What did you do?
TAPRC is the 17th from,
6 to
no,
8.
I'm asking you. Oh, you're looking at your phone. I thought you were gonna write it down.
No. I thought it was the 22nd. Yeah, our joint meeting is Monday, the 22nd.
I think
Got changed.
Okay, is that from 6 to 8?
It starts at 6, so you guys determine how long. And I believe it's posted
It probably
And-
is.
and it's at the fire barn, I believe.
Yep, it's in the calendar. It's set up for that day.
Okay, we're on to number 13, our second public comment period. Anyone from the public would like to come up and comment? The only caveat is this time, please limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. All right, hearing none, we will go to poll of members. Dave?
No, I don't really have anything except welcome.
Okay. Sandy?
Welcome to Kathy, and I hope you're going to swear her in since I see her family here.
I sent you the oath.
Well, you did.
I looked it up.
Okay. Thank you. Ross?
Nothing further, whatever.
Wow, okay. Kurt?
Welcome to Kathy. Thanks for stepping up. I'm sure you're gonna do a great job.
Laura?
I just wanted to mention, Thursday, United Way Day of Caring. And, not if I say I won a grant for the wood chips out in the lobby, or out in the parking lot. And I actually have people signed up to help me this year, which is I'm not taking your people. I actually have some coming,
Nice.
so I'm excited about that.
That little mini grant they have is very, very nice.
Oh,
And Cindy's not here, so it is me. Welcome Kathy. Welcome to the Thornapple team. I think we're gonna do great. Above and beyond that, I'd like to remind everyone again about Heritage Day this weekend. Just, I think it would be great to have a lot of people there. I'd like to also mention that, I think that TK Schools was very generous in the fact they allowed Caledonia to come south. You know, I know that the assistant superintendent was there keeping an eye on the Northerners to make sure they didn't cause too much havoc. But I think it was very nice for the school to invite, you know, a neighboring school in to play on their turf. It was the first time Caledonia has been in TK Stadium for probably 20 years, but it was great. And that's about all I got. And with that, I'd be happy to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Could we swear Kathy in first?
I've got to hit that gavel beforehand.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
I'll support. I have motion support to adjourn. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed? At 7:46.
I emailed it to you. See if that works, man.